So Debo's after the drinks, get yourself a spot. We're 10 minutes away from game time.
Touchdown. Ivanovic on the turn. A brilliant goal from the young striker. 2 goals in 2 matches as the light show goes off.
Goes inside and finds Mullen. Mullen hits one from distance and it's in. Mullen with a screamer.
Live from Ramsey Park, this is One Game at a Time's live audio commentary of the 2026 pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United.
Yes, hello, good evening and welcome to, for the first time, One Game at a Time's audio coverage of an Adelaide United pre-season friendly here at Ramsey Park between A-League side Adelaide United and NPLSA's Playford City Patriots. It's a lovely evening. Plenty are in their house to watch this and we're delighted to bring you the coverage here on our channel as a part of One Game at a Time. I'm Seb O'Neill, of course, one of the hosts of One Game at a Time. Please make sure to listen and follow to our socials, including our channel, and also listen to the podcast every Wednesday. And alongside me is Adelaide United defender Dylan Parias. Dylan, it is lovely to have you alongside me this evening.
No, thank you. I'm excited to be here. First time commentating, so...
And I heard you're keen for it too.
Yeah, no, I am pretty keen, so we'll see how I go. Hopefully I don't stuff up any names or anything, especially from Adelaide.
I guess first of all, before we do get to the game, the players still in the tunnels waiting to come out yourself. Of course, you're still going through rehab. Yep. How's that going along for you?
Yeah, no, it's going really well. I'm just about 7 months in now, so not too long to go. We're at the moment predicting around round 5 to round 8, roughly return to play. Obviously, varies on a lot of things, and I've got to make sure I tick all the boxes, but still should play a lot of the season coming up.
Absolutely, very good to hear. And I guess as well for you and for this side, there is the prospect of competing on 3 fronts. Of course, the A-League season coming up very soon, the Cup game against South Melbourne in a few weeks' time, and of course Asian football, regardless of whether it's elite or second tier. As a team and as the club, how much is that to look forward to, again, to be competing on so many different leagues and getting as plenty football as you can?
Yeah, obviously it's very exciting for the club, and I think especially for the players. I'm definitely excited. players in Australia always wanted to play more games. It's something we've always asked for. So when you've got these 3 opportunity nows with the ACL, the Cup and the season, we could, almost get close to probably 40, 45 games, which is similar to Europe. So I think the club is pretty wrapped with that, and I think it's really going to show even the depth we have in our squad.
Yeah, absolutely. You're with us here on One Game at a Time for Playford City Patriots versus Adelaide United, the second pre-season friendly against South Australian opposition for Adelaide United. They faced the Cove last week, which was a 5-0 win down south. We're up in the north here at Ramsey Park between Playford and Adelaide United. Seb O'Neill and Adelaide defender Dylan Parias for you, both sides getting ready to come out onto the field of play. And I guess as a player, it is always good to see you come out to these local venues and see how many people show up on a weeknight as well.
No, it's beautiful, especially even last year when I was playing in pre-season. We love these games. It's great for our fitness, great for the community as well. And you can see, every time we go play one of these local
big shout out
clubs,
to our mini legends out there.
the crowd turns up. And they just love it. All the kids see a smile on their face, and it's always a good hit out.
Absolutely. And I guess also, as a player, is there a bit of you that, you are technically playing against weaker opposition in a lower league side, but is there a part of you that wants to entertain a bit as well going out as a player? You've got so many people coming to watch these friendlies, there's a bit of less pressure perhaps. Is there a bit of you that just wants to, get out there, show a bit of freedom?
Yeah, no, I think even the boys, when we play these teams, we look at it just like any other game, to be honest. Like, it's a game for us to prepare. Like, the boys have got to go and play South Melbourne next week. So, like, this game, they're going to take this seriously. And you can't underestimate these teams. Even last year when we were playing against Playford, they were quite good, quite physical. And, these players... they're up and around the same quality. So, you can't slack off. And we've seen that in the Cup clearly last year with Heidelberg, knocking down 3 A-League teams and, 3-0, 2-0. And so, for us, it's always a pleasure, and we love coming out and playing these games, and especially sort of evens itself out a bit with, they're fully fit in a season, we're not fit. So it actually turns out to always be, quite a good hit out.
Yeah, short turnaround as well for Playford. They only played on Saturday here against Metro Stars. They won well. And, of course, the youth team, which a few members of that are playing in the United team, only played last night. So we'll go through the lineups before the teams walk out. But it's a fairly strong lineup from both sides as well, which is good to see, again, especially for a community outing such as this. Yeah, no, it's good to have both teams putting some of the strongest players on the park, and so it'll be a good watch. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, announced today, Jacob Brissett officially signed to the club. I guess he's been training with you for a few weeks in pre-season. What can you tell us about us that perhaps we don't know yet, as a human being, as a player, as a person? Yeah, he's been great. I didn't know him personally until he came to the club, and he's such a great guy. He seems really confident, which is great. I've actually played against him a few times, and he's a winger and I'm a fullback, so I've played on him a few times, and when we said we were signing him, I was wrapped. He's actually done me a few times in one-on-one situations, so I won't admit it to him. Were you playing in that game in which he scored at Cooper's? No, I wasn't, but I remember a few times I played against him. He's tricky. I think the Adelaide fans should be very excited to have him. He's got great skill, great technique. He's very, very positive. And I see similar style to like a Daniel Lozani, actually. Yep. So if I was an Adelaide fan, I would be excited. I'm certainly excited to have him on board. Yeah, not have to play against him for once, I'm sure. Yeah. Not too long until kickoff. 6:30 p.m. scheduled. 6:27 p.m. currently here in Adelaide. The mascots from Playford currently lining the tunnel to our left. We're positioned here in the scaffold in which our broadcast is taking place. Members of the public surrounding the pitch as well in the main stand we've got to the right of us. Plenty packed in there. Support from both sides as well, of course. Weather also quite kind. It's quite a cool night, about 13 degrees, but no rain, which is good to see after the past few weeks we've had. Yeah, it's a beautiful night, to be honest. Perfect
for me, this is a perfect football weather.
Absolutely. And of course, if you are listening to us and you do have any questions for Dylan, please put them in our YouTube chat and we'll try to get to them throughout the match. This is a friendly, so have a bit more free will to have a bit more fun with the call as well. And really just to see what happens. Playford in the NPLSA currently sitting 5th in the table. As I said a few moments ago, they beat Metro Stars 1-0 2 days ago, courtesy of Xavier Pratt not playing tonight. Before that, they had 2 losses in a row against FK Beograd and Sturt Lions. They started the season on fire, but have just fallen off over the last few weeks until trying to regain form and enter the finals position. And it is, Dylan, a competitive side at the moment in the NPLSA, Playford.
No, that's good. Good to see that they're competitive. I'm not surprised playing them last year. I remember that they're a very good side, so it's good to see.
At the moment, still awaiting both sets of sides to come out. If you are listening either online or you are here at the ground, thank you for joining our coverage here on One Game at a Time. The first time doing a broadcast of this sort with our channel. It's lovely to have your company for this one. Also a different format for tonight as well. It's 75 minutes the first half, 45 minutes in the second, the half an hour. Adelaide United with a smaller bench than Playford. A mix of their first team and a few of their reserves and under-18s, a part of the NPL squad. Adelaide United, a lot of their first team with a sprinkling of their NPL talent, as well as, of course, we mentioned earlier, new signing in Jacob Brissett. Of course, at the Cove last week were Adelaide United 5-0 winners there. Pana Kikianis, Ryan Kiddo, Luke Dizelle, Juan Muniz, Luka Blazovic. Down south against State League 1 opposition themselves, trying to also fight for those final spots near the top of the table in the second division here in South Australia. Playford similar, but in the top tier of football here. New season, of course, for Adelaide United under Anton Andreoli after a really successful campaign last year. And I guess sort of a word from you, Dylan, on the sort of the end to the campaign. There was sort of the high of that final match against Melbourne City to then the final series not too many weeks later.
Yeah, no, obviously it was still a great run from the lads. I think definitely going to Auckland, playing that second leg, playing that first leg, was giving me a lot of confidence. And I thought we were absolutely brilliant. And in the second game at Cooper's, unfortunately, it's the way football goes. They had a great game plan. They played a bit of Argentinian style football. And it seemed to work a bit. I thought it was a little bit disappointing that we fell into their trap. I know a few players from there, and they were practicing all week to stop the play as much as possible, frustrate us. Obviously, we like to play free-flowing, attacking football, where they're a bit more lock it up, play the longer passes. They more play percentage-based football. So, yeah, it was still a great run, and I've got no doubt that this year we're going to go far again.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you did mention, how much sleep do you reckon Juan got this morning or last night?
Yeah, not too much, I don't think. He was messaging the group chat a few things I can't say. But I'm sure you guys can imagine the Spanish boys, especially Juan, how happy they were, and congratulations to him. Very happy for him.
Absolutely. A long day, I'm sure, for many in the football world as we see both sets of players walk out onto the field of play, led by our referee staff in the middle. Joseph Wojciechowski in charge of tonight's fixture in this pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United of the A-League. Monday night fixture. Plenty of the juniors from Playford turning up as well. Really good to see. We'll go through the starting lineups, starting with the side of the home venue in Playford. Luke Osby, the veteran goalkeeper, will start in goal. 3 at the back in Ben Woolard, Tyson Harriman and Sean Harvey, with the 2 wing-backs in Cameron Harris and Braden French in midfield. Anthony Pictionary, their top goal scorer, Isaac Mullen, and also Bailey Truscott comes into the starting 11 from their match against Metro on Saturday. And then Shota Babasaki and Santiago Tabarez starts up front. The Japanese and the Colombian striker partner each other as that front 2. So a lot of them backing up from that fixture against Metro on Saturday. For Adelaide United, going through their starting lineup, their Dutch goalkeeper in Joshua Smits at the back, Ryan Kiddo at left back, the 2 centre-back pairing of Panakikianis and Bart Vreens, with Jay Barnett at right back in the midfield, Ethan Alagich and Luke Duzel in the forward line, Craig Goodwin, Johnny Yull, Juan Muniz, and then up front and Selmo to round out that starting 11. As we said, a strong starting 11 from the A-League side. And good to see as well. I don't think Craig Goodwin played the last time they were here at Playford, so it's good to see him here as well in a part of Adelaide where he's sort of been from.
Yeah, no, it's good to see him in the starting lineup. Obviously, last year struggled with that injury towards the end, but I know he's all good now. So it'll be the Playford community is very lucky to watch a player so close up of his quality. We all know Craig Goodwin and what he's achieved, so great to see him out there. I'm really excited to see Jacob Brissett come on a bit later, hopefully. Also, Ryan White, who was absolutely,
of course,
outstanding last year for us. Yeah, bit of a treat for the Playford community tonight.
Absolutely. Kickoff about to get underway. Playford in their away kit of this season. It's a burgundy to top blue gradient, and Adelaide United in their all-white away kit as well.
Beautiful kid.
Absolutely. First half, 45 minutes to be played here at Ramsey Park. It'll be Adelaide United who get us started with Anselmo and Juan Muniz on kickoff. Seb O'Neill and Dylan Perias with you here at Ramsey Park as we get underway here in the far north of Adelaide, in Edinburgh North, not too far from the air base, as Adelaide United start with the ball out the back with Kikianis. Now into midfield with Ethan Alagich. Kiddo at left back. Looks to go up forward towards Anselmo, who's just peeled out to the left wing. Puts it inside for Craig Goodwin. Duzel might look to hit it here. Osby gets a touch, and the follow-up just sprayed wide by the captain. And a first early chance, which is good to see for the Reds.
Yeah, beautiful build-up play there, actually. Coming down the left side of the field, going back into the middle, and I think Goody would be disappointed he didn't put that away.
Playford's turn to have possession for the first time. Headed on in midfield from Anthony Pictionary. Didn't start on the weekend, came off the bench. Actually, it was an unused substitute against Metro. Getting to play tonight as the ball's lost in the forward line and back with the back line of Adelaide United. In the midfield, back by Alagich, Kikianis, and now Bart Vreens. Across to left back in Ryan Kiddo. Now with centre back Kikianis, Kiddo just caught on this close side and will continue on with the throw. Goes to Muniz in midfield as he tries to put it over the top for Anselmo, but Harriman gets to the header first. Launched upfield towards the Colombian and Santiago Tabarez down the right wing, but just bounces out of play for an Adelaide United throw. Tabarez and Babasaki. Should be fun to watch tonight up front. The Japanese and the Colombian strikers for Playford City. Babasaki starting the NPL season on fire with goals in his first couple of matches. Santiago Tabarez, his only goals of the season so far, came in that huge win against Para Hills Knights here, that 8-1. He scored a brace that afternoon in that Northern Derby. They start up front today. No captain Christos Penendes either up front. Also Xavier Pratt and former Adelaide United youth player Patrick McGregor not in the squad for tonight's match either. Xavier Pratt scoring on the weekend against Metro. Muniz now out to the right wing, cuts it inside for Goodwin, and again, he's just gone wide there.
It was a fantastic run by Jay Barnett, overlapping there, and a fantastic ball as well. I think another one, Goody will be scratching his head. Normally he put those away.
At least he's missing them now.
Yeah, I'd rather he miss them now than...
It's the good takeaway from this.
Yeah.
Ospai to take this goal kick. We'll go long towards Playford's attacking left wing. Just push there maybe Tabarez, and was so. Will be a free kick for Playford just past the halfway line, but they'll take it back. Cross with Harriman, wearing the captain's armband tonight in the absence of regular captain in Christos Penendes. Halfway line with Tabarez claiming a foul, but nothing given. Alagic just trying to fight on the ball again, just hassled by Tabarez. And now Babasaki trying to put the pressure on Bart Vreens. Barnett go all the way back to Joshua Smits. Good season last year. Good first season from Joshua Smits. Only the 3 clean sheets, but made so many crucial saves in matches which helped Adelaide United to wins at points.
Oh, 100%. If you know your football and you've been watching Adelaide United, probably saved us about 12 points throughout the season. So he's been amazing for us.
Playford trying to cut through here. Babasaki just caught in between 3 United defenders, and United's able to get away with it. Anselmo dropping deep to play the ball out. 5 minutes played, just under already in this first half of 45 here at Ramsey Park, as that's a loose ball towards Muniz. Tabarez. Now back with Braden French. Kiddo able to now retain possession once more for Adelaide United. Now, Harvey. French trying to put in a ball, but wins a throw off of Ethan Alagic. Final touch coming off the Reds midfielder. Another with a great individual season last year in the A-League. Ethan Alagic was even more crucial. We started adding those goal contributions.
No, he's really grown as a player since I've come to the club. Stepped up to be our main midfielder, to be honest.
United back with it at the back. Ryan Kiddo with the ball at his feet. Very familiar with NPL opposition, of course, having played with West Torrens Berkala and winning the 2015 Sergio Melter medal. The best player in the league of that season for Berkala. Playford now with the ball in their defence. Harriman back to Luke Ospai, the veteran goalkeeper at 35 years of age. 2-time Federation Cup winner. Former clubs including the likes of Metro Stars and Adelaide City. Elizabeth Vale Jr. not too far from here. Giselle. To Barnett just past the halfway line. Kikianis. Happy to just take their time in these build-ups for the moment. Giselle taken off of him by Babasaki, and now Babasaki on the ball with his feet. Haligic putting in the challenge and winning it off the Japanese forward for Playford, and back to Josh Smits. Plenty here tonight at Ramsey Park, especially around Josh Smits' goal. And quite a few in the main stand here as the Reds get forward. A switch ball across to the left wing with Craig Goodwin. And Selmo gets it inside from the captain. Back out wide to Goodwin on the left. Goes inside, does Goodwin. Muniz. Haligic now peeled out to this left wing. Juan Muniz again. Goodwin cuts inside, looking to go again. Edge of the box, touched in. A few nice touches here. Johnny Yella now, and Selmo. His strike takes the deflection. It will be a first corner of the match, just under 8 minutes in, 0-0.
Beautiful play there from Adelaide United. Just a bit of tiki-taka around the box. Held it really well, and we got the corner out of us. Let's see if we can get something out of this.
Craig Goodwin making his way to the corner flag with the ball as expected. Goes short. Just slightly loose and will be collected. Haligic. Giselle loses possession of the football. Now Tabarez. Pictionary able to collect in midfield. Now just finding his way forward out to the left wing for Playford. Just assessing whether or not to put the cross in. Pictionary back with the ball at his feet. A long switch ball towards the right wing. Couldn't get the touchdown initially off the head of Braden French, and will end up being an Adelaide United corner. Few chances so far for Adelaide United, but Playford able to win the ball back at times.
No, Playford are applying really good pressure as soon as they lose it, so they can win it back quickly. You can see Playford are also playing a high line. They're not scared tonight. I think they're trying to go for it, which is great to see.
Just under 10 minutes in, still no goals between Playford and Adelaide United as a ball comes forward here for Anselmo, but will bounce all the way to Luke Osby and the Playford goal. Harriman opts to go long. Neither Kiddo or French winning their header. French getting the final touch, and will actually be a foul against the Playford fullback, and will be a free kick for the home side.
Playford can really capitalise on this. It looks like they've got a big few tall timbers out there, and we're known. I think we're like the second shortest team in the league, so that's why we probably went short on the corner. So I think this is a great chance for Playford to capitalise on set pieces if they want to sneak a cheeky goal in.
Pictionary and also Ben Woolard over the dead ball towards the right wing. Attacking wise for them towards the southern end here at Ramsey Park. Ball swung in low. Final touch off Kiddo, and will be a Playford corner, their first of the match. Just under 11 minutes in, no goals. First half will consist of 45 minutes, and the second half will be half an hour. As Playford whip this ball in. It's not a bad ball. Headed away initially, and still bouncing until it will fall for Johnny Yull. But just doesn't get the touch off. Barnett able to recover and prevent the ball going out for a corner. They'll continue on with a throw. So far, from a United perspective, they've been tested, which is the point of these pre-season friendlies. You want to play against good opposition to test yourself, and so far Playford have been no pushovers.
No, definitely not. Playford are looking really strong. Had a few chances now, so hopefully they can keep doing that and put the pressure on Adelaide United.
This ball comes in towards Joshua Smits, but nothing too threatening for the Dutch goalkeeper. Probably one of those that brings up that average height across the team, as well as Bart brings. Goodwin on the ball. Plays it into midfield. Out wide by Munif. Now Johnny Yull tries to play through Anselmo, who was making a forward run, but was cut out by Bailey Truscott. And trying to turn there. Trying to claim a foul was Playford, but referee not seeing to it. Dizelle out to the right wing. Back with Dizelle in midfield. Almost a chip over the top towards, but I think it might have went out for a goal kick before the touch came back in, looking for a cutback. So will be the Playford goal kick. And of course, thank you for listening to our coverage here on One Game at a Time. Seb O'Neill and Adelaide United defender Dylan Parias with you. If you have any questions for Dylan, please leave them in the YouTube chat, and we'll try to get to them as the game progresses on. It's a great night for football here in Adelaide. Of course, plenty of football going on in South Australia. Had FKB Grad's Cup game against North Sunshine Eagles last week, which unfortunately the South Australian side wasn't to have victory then, but Cumberland against Heidelberg United tomorrow night is surely to be an interesting one, with the State League 1 side against the Australia Cup runners-up of last year.
Yeah, no, it'll be a very interesting watch. That's the beauty about the Cup, that you just don't know. Anyone can play anyone, and there's always a surprise.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great watch. I love watching the Cup.
Kiddo just past the halfway line in his left-back position.
What a guy.
Dizelle. All the way back to Smits from Barnett. Receives back by Bart Vreens. Dizelle trying to switch out to the right wing, but cut out by Woolard. No goals still between these two sides. Adelaide United, probably the two biggest chances so far, courtesy of Craig Goodwin. Just under 15 minutes in. Here they come, Ford United. Johnny Yull nearly going for a mazy run between a few Playford defenders, but just not to be, trying to get past the last one.
That's what Johnny Yull does best.
And again, even last season, perhaps a bit of a breakout season for him. He's been on the scene for quite a while, since quite a young player, but last year really just started to turn it on and start a lot more too.
No, 100%. A lot of it comes to game time. I'm a big believer in you can never judge a player until they have a good run of games. And you can see with Johnny, as the more game time he got, the more confident. And look, he can do amazing things with the ball. It was all about his end product, and you could see that coming through last season. So hopefully this season it comes through even more, and it will benefit us a lot.
Certainly 4 goals and 5 assists for the Australian Under-20 international Johnny Yull last season in the A-League men's competition. Player who's very much been known to South Australians for quite a few years, playing at NPL level and balling out there. Ospite. Now with Tyson Harriman, junior of Manapara, as is Craig Goodwin. A club not too far from here in the north of Adelaide is Manapara. And the ball that will just bounce out of play slowly but surely for a Reds throw. Not wearing red tonight, of course, in the all-white away kit of last season.
It's actually like a really strange purple.
I can't remember, was it lilac?
Yeah,
I remember
lilac,
seeing the team sheets and it was described as a very strange colour.
And look, just say white. It's the same.
I think I remember the kit maybe the year before or the year before that. It was bone white was the correct.
Oh, okay.
Was the correct one it came up as.
We're clearly not painters or anything.
at the moment. Adelaide United's in possession of the football at the back, finding a way to cut through this tough Playford side, currently sitting in 5th in the men's NPL South Australia. Of course, the title race there looks to be very much going down to the wire, as it looks like we're heading for our first changes of the match, the way of Playford. I think it was Ethan Allgate coming on for Cameron Harris. I'm actually not too sure if it's interchange either, so whether or not we see him come back on is unbeknownst to me, but still, there will be plenty of changes for both sides, I'm sure, throughout the match.
Definitely not FIFA rules here tonight. I think it's Anton Andreoli rules.
Fissionary with the football for Playford. One back in midfield now with Anselmo. Of course, when he first joined the club, many expected him, and he was every indication said he was a midfielder, and he's been playing as a striker in the late weeks of the season. How have you found that? How have you found him as a player too since joining the club last year?
Anselmo can do it all. When you have a player of that quality.
Over the top here, Johnny Ull looking to put it over, and it does. Just poked through against Luke Osby. It was just enough to put it past the Playford goalkeeper, and the Reds find the first goal in this fixture to make it 1-0, 20 minutes in, courtesy of Johnny Ull.
We were just speaking about him and his end product, and I'm not sure who played the ball over the top, but it was a beautiful, just a little dink, I would say, past the keeper from Johnny Ull.
Certainly wasn't the prettiest goal that you've ever seen, but a goal nonetheless to get things started for tonight's away side in Adelaide United, courtesy of Johnny Ull. His first goal of the pre-season, not amongst those 5 individual goal scorers against Cove last week. Now United with it to deal with at the back again. Truscott putting it high. And now has it to deal with again in midfield, but unable to win it back, at least for the moment, against Juan Muniz. Just under 20 minutes played. That goal in about the 18th minute of play here. That's well done by Panakikianis at the back. Swerves through about, I think it was 2 Playford attackers, just trying to apply the pressure to the Australian Youth International. All the way back by Muniz, but it's a risky pass that falls right to the Colombian striker for Playford in Santiago Tabares. Here's Tabares. Tries his luck from distance against Josh Smits, but wasn't enough to challenge a goalkeeper such of his quality. But probably their first shot on target of the match, as now Adelaide United look to counter themselves. Ball put in the centre, looks for Anselmo, but cleared away well by Sean Harvey. The experienced defender here in South Australia, over 350 matches in the local league here.
Great defending there. One of those chances you can easily collect the striker there, so it was great timing. Saved them a goal.
Kiddo into Alagic, makes his way into the box as Ethan Alagic, turning on his right and putting in the shot, looking for that bottom corner. But Luke Osby, the shot just too slow.
He went wrong by going on his right foot. I hope the boys don't listen to this after.
You'll find out at training in a few days. Kikianis. Alagic. Muniz, now Anselmo. In sort of number 10 position for the moment. Johnny Ull, already with his goal tonight. Puts it in for Muniz, cuts it inside. Here's Juan Muniz twisting and turning. And again, Sean Harvey just there to clear it out for the corner.
Yeah, we're not playing with any strikers tonight, technically. And Anselmo is number 6.
Yeah.
So, like we were saying before, he can play anywhere. His hold-up play is amazing, but you'll see if you're here tonight, you'll see Anselmo and Juan playing that both kind of number 9 role, but they'll be dropping in as 2 10s, and they have the freedom to basically go anywhere in the front four.
Corner, taken in. It's whipped in, but it's headed away. And now Playford with a 1-on-2 with Shota Babasaki. Has to go right up against Jay Barnett, but has numbers in behind him. Just Babasaki still going. Ended up having about 6 United defenders around him to cover him.
Still did really well there. Great explosive run.
Scored a brace in the first round against the youth team here at Playford. Did Shota Babasaki, and then in round 2 against Croydon, then against Beergrab. But hasn't scored since playing in the Cup against Sturt Lions. He started the season so well, but missed a few matches out with injury. Did Babasaki up front for Playford tonight. Didn't start on the weekend, came off the bench against Metro Stars in a game which they did end up winning to prevent Metro Stars from going top of the table. That race currently between Adelaide City, West Torrens, Burkalla and Metro Stars for that top spot in the NPLSA. As here's Sean Harvey, who's had a very good game so far tonight, plays a nice pass and finds a shot, and the angle just enough from Anthony Pictionary, just curling wide.
Yeah, that was probably Playford's best opportunity so far of the game. Probably going to need a nice strike like that to beat Josh Smith's.
1-0 courtesy of Johnny Yull in about the 18th minute here at Ramsey Park between Adelaide United and Playford City. A very competitive match so far for a friendly. Did end 7-1 last year when Adelaide United came to play. Luki Ivanovic scoring a hat-trick. Yaya Cooley, Amlani Tatu, Brody Burkett and Vinko Stanisic, the goal scorers just about this time last year. As the ball comes forward, Anselmo gets the touch in. It was bouncing down for him from a chipped ball from Kiddo, but just puts it over the bar.
I wasn't on the score sheet there last year.
You weren't?
Surprised.
You weren't listed.
Nah, I didn't score that game. Maybe a few assists, let's just say that.
Well, you can blame the media team for not putting down assists.
Yeah, I always blame the media team.
Haligic able to shove off Isaac Mullen, their top goal scorer in midfield in the NPL this season so far. 9 goals and 2 assists. 4 of them coming from penalties. He scored 4. He's had 6 to go for. Goodwin has the ball taken off of him, just on the edge of the box. Now over the top, Kikianis just taking a touch of his head to give it back to himself, really, with his own touch. Barnett. Of course, I mentioned before, last year when Adelaide United played against Playford, Luki Ivanovic scoring a hat-trick and Yaya Cooley scoring one, of course, departing the club in recent weeks. But on the positive side of things, of course, you've lost some great players, but great moves for 2 great young South Australian players in some great leagues.
Yeah, no, I'm wrapped for them. The selfish Geelong is hating it. Obviously, we're
I think
losing.
the selfish fans are probably hating it too.
Yeah, we're losing 2 fantastic players that deserve to move and better their careers. You know, that's something we're going to have to deal with. I'm not sure about signings or anything, but we've got some more young players coming through, and it just means more young players need to step up this year. But all the best to those boys.
Absolutely. I think everybody from South Australia is looking forward to see what they can do over in MLS for Luca and over in Slovenia for Yaya. As Playford come forward here, Braden French putting a ball onto the back post, headed away. Only just down. Playford trying to get any sort of touch on it to put it back goalwards, but United back in possession. Munith out to Goodwin on the left. Just over halfway of the half now played. 45 minutes in the first period, 30 minutes in the second. Not a full 90 for this preseason friendly. Kiddo. Now Kikianis. Vreens. Barnett at right back. Yeah. Gets it back from Barnett. Just almost stuck for options there, and the pass played right to a Playford shirt, and losing possession of the football momentarily as Playford launch on an attack through Babasaki on the left wing. Piscineri trying to put the first time ball in down the wing, but didn't work. That's a nice ball down the wing again. Down the right for Adelaide United. Just awaiting his options there, but just a bit too late from Luke Dizelle. Playford now their turn to go down the left wing, but that will roll out for a throw.
Playford still pushing here. They're not making it easy, despite the scoreline at the moment. They're not making it easy for Adelaide.
As I said earlier, it is a match where perhaps, you know, as the A-League side you can entertain, but for Playford, this is their chance to show their level.
Of course, yep.
Sliding challenge in there down the right as there is a player that does go down after the challenge. Johnny Yull, it was a sliding challenge as he was marauding down that right wing. Looks to be okay and back to his feet.
He likes to roll around a bit. I knew he'd be okay.
You can say it. Harriman gets it from Osby from the goal kick. It's a high ball. Rich Mullen wants to take it first time on the header, but again, the Reds back in possession with Munith. Duzelle goes towards Ryan Kiddo. The ball just behind him, but he'll able to chase it down and collect. And Selmo. Alagic. Back into midfield. Ball over the top. It's nice for Anselmo. Gets the touchdown. Anselmo tries to chip Luke Osby, who's very tall himself. Unable to do so is the Brazilian.
What a beautiful pass from Juan. I see him do that all the time in training. That's what they brought him here for.
Half an hour mark we're at now. Adelaide United 1-0 up, courtesy of Johnny All, as there's to be another change. And it will be Ryan White coming on for Anselmo, who will make his way off the pitch from the close touchline here.
Yeah, great shift from Anselmo. I'm sure doesn't seem to be injured or anything. I think they're just looking after him.
Adelaide United's throw on their defensive left side. Ryan White, first few touches of the football. Again, another northern boy in Adelaide, a junior of Parra Hills Knights, a rival of Playford. Alagic to collect the ball over the top from Playford. Plays it riskily back to Josh Smits, who just clears it. Thrown from Playford. Cleared away by the Reds' defence. Mullen heads it back to Woolard, who immediately switches it back cross field towards French, but overhits the ball out for a throw. Kiddo doesn't find a teammate with his pass, only towards Sean Harvey. Braden French will take the throw for Playford. Goes all the way back to Harriman. Now Osbite. Just decides to dink it over, and Pictionary himself just tries to flick it over with his own head. Couldn't do so. Back with Joshua Smits. Happy to play out from the back, Adelaide United there, albeit maybe slightly risky. First time ball across field from Alagich towards Goodwin. Sure, he'd love to get on the score sheet tonight. Craig Goodwin. Craig Goodwin strikes on his left, takes a deflection, and out for a corner on the far side. 33 minutes in, 1-0 Adelaide United. Johnny Hill with the only goal so far tonight. Score sitting at 1-0. Crucial preparation for Adelaide United ahead of their Australia Cup and ACL Elite playoff match. Only in a few weeks' time now. South Melbourne away, Kongan Hanoi here in Adelaide at Cooper Stadium as the corner comes in. It's bouncing, no one able to really get a fine enough touch to put it towards goal. Alagich strikes! Only towards Osbite.
Yeah, beautiful strike from Alagich on his left foot this time.
Ball stays in play for Playford. Just playing a few neat touches first time between each other. Tabarez goes down, no foul, says the referee. They try and launch forward, but will go only back towards the defensive Playford. Goodwin. Now Kiddo. Back to Goodwin. Now with Joshua Smits. Of course, we thank you for joining our coverage here on One Game at a Time. Do make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on our social medias as well. We podcast every Wednesday covering all things South Australian football every single week of the regular season, every Wednesday night. Alagich with the ball in midfield for Adelaide United. 10 minutes left until half-time, and I'm sure changes to come as well during that break. Smaller bench compared to Playford for Adelaide United, but Jacob Brissett, Ethan Cox, Ryan White, Harry Crawford, Mitch Knight and Fabian Grelly, all as options off the bench. Of course, we've already seen Ryan White come on as well. And it'd be great to see new signing in Jacob Brissett as well. In his first official outing as a signed player, you could call it.
Yes.
Babasaki on the halfway line. His touch takes him wide left, but not enough to keep it in play. Still be his throw, though. Pictionary to take the former Campbelltown midfielder. Joined Playford this year from the Red Devils over in the northeast. Adelaide United back with the ball in midfield. Trying to create an attack and just manufacture something whilst going forward. Goodwin in the middle. His pass loose. Playford now with possession. Mullen just running to collect it. Back out wide on the left for Playford. They'll play it back inside. Allgate forced to play it back to Woolard, but the pass won't even reach him. And will just be a throw instead. Saw a photo earlier, Dylan, as well. Good to see that Nestor and Kunda in the house tonight.
Yeah, great to see him He's probably getting absolutely swamped by a million people, but it's good to see someone like him coming out to support Adelaide United, his boyhood club, and good for the people to see. A humble kid from Adelaide United on the biggest world stage, tearing it up. So it's great for the kids to see. They can look up to him, and anything can happen if you put your mind and your heart to it.
Absolutely. Would have only been playing in a friendly like this a few years ago.
Yep.
Himself.
Yep. Oh, he just left the year I came, unfortunately, so I didn't get to play with him. Played against him a few times. Absolute nightmare to deal with. But yeah, great to see him out here supporting.
Reds get forward here, looking for some sort of cutback. Takes a touch either off of Harvey or Harriman in the Playford defence, but either way, it's a corner for the Reds.
Playford just struggling to get the ball forward here. They win it in their back third, and then not many options to go forward, and they just keep losing possession and putting pressure on themselves at the moment.
Yeah, defensively so far, they've been very, very solid.
Yeah, just now, if they can get that first or second pass forward and get on a nice counter, it would be really good for them.
Ball comes in from the corner. Luke Osby only able to punch away. Babasaki looking to be the beneficiary of that punch, but couldn't keep it. Duzel, for the moment, in a left-back position. And we have actually missed a change at some point. Jacob Brissett has come on.
Yeah, I was just looking down here. I'm thinking, hey, hang on a second. I haven't seen you before. It's good. We get to see him for a little bit right close on our side here on our left wing.
Is it Craig Goodwin that came off?
Yeah, Goody's come off.
Actually.
No, he's still on the field.
Trying to spot who.
Is that him there?
Yeah,
number 11, yep.
Can only spot with the armband sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll try and track who's come off in a moment. While Adelaide United are in possession in their defensive third now, approaching that midfield. They're losing the ball.
Johnny Yao has come off.
Ball comes in first time, trying to hit it there, Babasaki. Maybe just the wrong side of his body. He tried to hit on his left. That was more so coming towards his right boot.
Great effort. I think he just needed to palm it with his right. Just let the ball do the work there.
Now, here's Jacob Brissett on the left wing. For the moment is Jacob Brissett. Looking to go inside. There's a nice ball to Ryan White. We'll get it back after a loose touch. Brissett would love to score a first unofficial goal for Adelaide United, of course. Brissett again, getting plenty of the ball since he's come on, trying to build something there, but we'll just go up for the goal kick.
Bit of miscommunication from Jay and Jacob right there.
Goal kick for Playford. 5 minutes until half-time. A Johnny Yell goal is all that separates the two sides. A very competitive friendly between the A-League and the NPL South Australia side. Tabarez just deciding himself to go and try and make something down the left, but forced out with a throw. Right in the corner, Playford. They keep it in just along the touchline. Put it back inside. Falls out to Brissett. Now with an opportunity to break. Goodwin towards Kito. Kikianis. Kito again. Kikianis all the way across to his right back. Goodwin now on that far side on the right. Alagic. Now Juan Muniz. Kiddo. Gets it from the Spaniard. White. Duzel popping it out wide right. Goodwin. Decides to cut inside on his left. Towards Kiddo, plays the pass. Now Muniz. Dizelle having a pop from distance. Deflects off of a Playford back. Another half chance for United as we inch towards the halftime break. Now, they play a ball forward here. Ryan White is onside. Has Muniz coming inside as the option, as was Brissett, but...
Great defending.
Exactly, yeah. Abasaki. Sure, Playford would love to just steal something before halftime to create a bit more competitive nature to this. Abasaki, no foul on him. Truscott on the edge of the box. Taken down, no foul, says our referee. Ryan White. Now, Jacob Brissett. Junior of Manly United, formerly of Sydney FC as well, joining from the Brisbane Roar on a 3-year deal. Here's Brissett. Of Portuguese and English heritage as well, as the referee just calls up for a foul in midfield off the ball. The way of Playford. Now take it short to Sean Harvey, who's sitting it right back for the moment. Tabarez goes down and wins the foul this time.
Playford's two centre-backs have been really solid tonight, in my opinion. Made some great one-on-one defending actions and saved the goal. I've been really impressed with those two.
Sean Harvey and Tyson Harram in their regular centre-back pairing in the league. At least since both have come back from injury, especially in the case of Sean Harvey. They put on a very good showing at the back tonight for Playford, but it's attacking-wise that they have to go with now is Playford. Ball comes in. It's whipped in on the left. It's headed away. Now down. Now, they don't have too many numbers back here, Playford, if Adelaide United try to counter. Goodwin goes first time through. Brissett is through on goal. Gets it taken off him by Muniz. Tries to chip it past. Brissett was on there, and Juan Muniz just deciding to take the ball off of him at the last second.
Yeah, wow. I'm not sure what happened there. Juan's not normally too selfish as a player, so I don't think...
It's the Spanish fever from this morning.
Yeah, I think he got him a bit excited after the World Cup
Trying
win.
to channel Ferran Torres.
Yeah. But he definitely should have played that off to Brissett there. Would have been a 100% goal. I think he stole it off him, actually.
As our referee calls for half-time. 1-0. The way of Adelaide United for a friendly, a very entertaining competitive fixture. It's been a good watch between two sides. Again, Adelaide United very early in their pre-season ahead of a few competitive matches. Playford towards the pointy end of their league season. So far, the defensive showing from the NPL side has been very good to see. What have been your best moments so far of this half that you've enjoyed, Dylan?
I think definitely the goal we scored, I think it was a great build-up play, and Johnny Yule with a great finish. Also, a moment for Playford. Sorry, forgive me, I'm not sure of his name, but one of the centre-backs.
Harvey.
Yeah, that made that beautiful tackle in the box. That was a great moment for them.
No. Absolutely. It's been a very good fixture. Second half will consist of 30 minutes, but for the time being, we'll head off to a break before the players come back out for halftime. Halftime score here at Ramsey Park. It's Playford City 0, Adelaide United 1.
Live from Ramsey Park, this is One Game at a Time's live audio commentary of the 2026 pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United. Live from Ramsey Park, this is One Game at a Time's live audio commentary of the 2026 pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United.
Vardignan. Vardignan.
Live from Ramsey Park, this is One Game at a Time's live audio commentary of the 2026 pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United.
Yes, welcome back here to Ramsey Park. Half-time break, score sitting at Adelaide United 1, Playford City 0 here in the north of Adelaide, between the NPLSA side and the A-League men's side of Adelaide United. Adelaide United already back out onto the field, have played the Playford City side, just making their way back out now. First half thoroughly entertaining. Sure, plenty more to be in the seconds. I'm Seb O'Neill with you as league comms for the rest of this second half. This 30-minute period in this second half alongside Adelaide United defender Dylan Parias. Was a good first half to watch. Half an hour, maybe a bit more chances, possibly.
Yeah, no, it was a great first half. It was good to see some of the boys playing well, also for Playford as well. We got some kids doing backflips now. Sorry, I got distracted. Wow, that's pretty impressive.
He's seen that Nesta's here.
Yeah. He doesn't look older than 6 and he's doing backflips.
That's your next step in your stage of rehab.
Oh God, I don't know about that.
First goal back.
Let me try and start passing the ball first before I start doing backflips. But yeah, no, great first half. Really looking forward to this second half.
We'll spot the changes as they come in the second half, but the match will end at 75 minutes. 30 minutes in this second period. Just to remind you, for this pre-season friendly, will be Playford City to get us started for the second half. Temperature currently sitting at just under 13 degrees as we get the second half underway between these two sides. Kikianis looks long over the top for Brissett. Came on late in the first half for his first official signed minutes in an Adelaide United jersey. Duzel. Kiddo. Out wide left with Craig Goodwin. Back inside. A few quick passes and now a shot on the edge of the box from Muniz. Oh, wow. What a shot from the Spaniard. Makes it 2-0.
He's definitely G'd up after Spain won the World Cup this morning. What a strike. Typical left-footer goal. Outside the box, puts it top bins.
I feel like that one got less of a reaction than the first goal.
Yeah.
That was much more spectacular.
That was, we had a great angle of it too. Just curling it beautifully to that far post. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about that.
Juan Muniz with the second goal this match. Just under a minute in this second half. Johnny Oll getting the first in the first half, about 18 minutes in. Perfect start for them against a Playford side who the strong point we've seen so far tonight has been their defence at the back, and with that shot he bypassed all of them basically.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. Sometimes when that happens to you, you just got to put your hand up and say fair play. You know, you could say Playford to try and close the ball down there, but look, if you're going off percentages, I would let any player shoot from that distance. But unfortunately for Playford, Lions just put a top corner.
Yeah, just about the perfect goal from Juan Muniz. Scored 3 and assisted 2 in the A-League last year. Here's Brissett on the right wing. Still going is Brissett, looking to go right towards the byline up against Ethan Allgate. Puts it back inside. Looking for the turn was Ryan White. He'll get it back here. No. Just has it taken off him again by that Playford defence. He did look in recent weeks at Playford's form. They've only really been conceding 1 or 2 goals, bar that one result in round 14 against Croydon. They won 1-0 this past week, then they lost 1-0 2 weeks in a row for a 4-1 win against Campbelltown. Certainly is their strong point as the Reds try to come forward again, but the offside flag goes up from the assistant referee on this close side.
Definitely Playford's strong point is their defence. The 2 goals even, the first goal was just a beautiful play. And that second goal, there's nothing you can do about that. Apart from that, Playford defend really, really well.
Here do come Playford through Shota Babasaki. Japanese forwards unable to get past Bart Vreens, but it's bouncing here. So we also see, looks like Dan Ryan has come onto the pitch for Playford. Reds get forward here. It's 5-on-4. They move swiftly down left, quick, but back inside across Brissett. He'll have to chase it down to keep it in play, will Jacob Brissett. 2 step-overs before finding Jay Barnett with the pass. Flicked up by Ethan Allgate. Not too sure of the idea there, but luckily for him, United have kept the ball until they don't. Now, they break down the left if this can be reached. It is by Babasaki. He's had a few moments so far tonight, a shot at Babasaki. Babasaki still going. Goes for the shot. Hits the post, a shot to Babasaki. Was threatening Josh Smitz's near post. Maybe their best chance of the half of the match.
Yeah, definitely. Beautiful. He's been looking a little bit dangerous all game, to be honest, and he does really well coming inside the box, coming onto his left and trying to put it roof of the net. I think a couple millimetres to the right. I don't think Josh Smith is saving that.
Almost caught off guard. I think nobody really expected him to shoot from that angle, especially on his left foot. It was curling inwards.
Yeah, really strange, but he did well.
They'll continue on, thankfully, with a goal kick, Adelaide United. The first proper scare. Joined Playford from the Japanese 5th tier with Valago Akoma. Did Babasaki. He was amongst a relegation battle in that division. All over the top for Playford. So far, they've had quite a few moments just to see if they can make something count. Again, here's Brissett to try and launch, Barnett. Ethan Allgate. Back to Ospai with the oncoming pressure of Ryan White. Just over 5 minutes played in this second half. 30 minutes this second half, as a reminder. It's a great atmosphere here tonight at Ramsey Park. Very much a community event for all those involved up here in the north of Adelaide, and plenty of people gathered around the ground in the main stand to our right as well, Dylan.
Yeah, great to see. I reckon there'd be almost close to 1,000 people here, I reckon.
Down the right now, Jay Barnett making a run forward, puts a ball into the centre. It's to a free man, needs a touch, someone in. Is just poked wide, I think, by Juan Muniz again.
Beautiful run from Jay Barnett there, and a beautiful cross as well. A little bit awkward with the bounce there. Juan's just tried to place it into that far corner. He's confident after that one strike.
Must be his day.
Yeah.
Babasaki trying to play it inside, but Again, Ryan White just trying to cut it out before it was meant anything.
And he's got no sleep. Maybe we've got to start telling him, don't sleep before the games.
Last thing, is it that did he go for a nap today? Did he not go to bed at all last night? Has he stayed up for nearly more than 24 hours?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him after the game. Whatever you did today and last night, do exactly the same when the season starts. He's been brilliant tonight, Juan.
He just needs the Spanish national team to play every single day that he's playing so he can wake up at 4 in the morning.
Yes.
Won't work if the game's in the daytime.
No.
Playford with the ball just back across the halfway line. Mullen. Now Dan Ryan. Some nice passing now for Jackson Kurtz. Another change that's been made. Too many to really keep track of as Dan Ryan puts in a low ball. Just creating a little bit more maybe than they did in the first half. A bit more meaningful perhaps.
Yeah,
Offside,
a lot better from Playford.
Possibly. No flag doesn't go up. Well, it's taken a deflection there and unkindly for United. Ryan White turning against Kurtz. No foul, and they continue on with Brissett.
When Playford now, they're just taking their time a little bit more. Instead of rushing forward, they're taking that extra pass, letting their players get forward, and seems to be working a little bit better. So hopefully we can see a few more attacks from them.
And again, it's probably been easy to forget that this is a side that did only play a competitive fixture 2 days ago at this very venue, in which they won against a Metro Stars side who, if they'd won, they would have gone top of the table. It was a tough fixture then, and this is a tough one the same, and they've kept it at 2-0 again with a strong defensive performance so far. As there's one from distance, just seeing if they could try and challenge Osprey.
Now, very impressive from Playford. Like, obviously, I know only playing a few days ago, it's tough, especially against such a strong side like Metro Stars, and to get the win and then to play Adelaide United tonight. So, look, it might be 2-0, but I'm really impressed with Playford tonight. I think they're going to be my MPL team. I'll go for. Obviously, Adelaide United.
The youth team first.
The youth team first, sorry.
And then Playford
but
second.
I reckon Playford, why not? Let's I'm going to get behind them.
We have you on record with that too. Home side just making a few changes there. It looked like Isaac Mullen was one of those that came off their benches. A mix of a few of their under-18s and reserves. Their starting side was very, very strong. Minus their captain in Penendez, their goal scorer of last weekend in Xavier Pratt. I say last weekend, 2 days ago. And then also former United youth player Patrick McGregor also missing. Not too unfamiliar with a long-range strike himself. Patrick McGregor has scored some beauties over the years. Free kick for Adelaide United. Bart Vreens on it. Of course, nearly 200 appearances for Sparta Rotterdam in the Eredivisie over the Netherlands, his home country. Also, in which he played alongside Craig Goodwin over there before, only somewhat recently coming over to Adelaide. And I'm sure loving the lifestyle as most who have come over to Adelaide have, Dylan.
Yeah, including me. I don't think I'll be going back to that terrible state, Victoria. I can say that now because my daughter was born here, so I would hope the South Australians will claim me. Even though I'm from Victoria, it's going to be very hard to convince them. But
I think you've convinced them just by saying that sentence. I think that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Have you on record saying that. Here come the Reds again. Down the right, Barnett putting in a high ball towards the back post. Might fall for Craig Goodwin. Takes the touchdown. In towards Ryan White. Takes a few deflections before finally, I think it was Allgate it came off of in the Playford defence, and will finally end with a foul. The way of Adelaide United. A great set-piece position if they do wish to go direct.
Juan's grabbing the ball. No surprise there. He's very confident. Craig Goodwin and Juan standing over the ball now. This will be interesting.
Does the captain push him off of it is the question.
Yeah, this will be very interesting. Juan looks like he's lining up more for it, to be honest.
4, I think, in the wall for Playford on the left side of goal. will be Juan Muniz wearing the number 9 shirt tonight. Juan Muniz goes direct. It's a great save from Luke Ospey. Was maybe just dipping in behind him over the top, but a good save nonetheless.
No, great strike, great save.
Loose one at the back there. Oh, he's just lost sight of the ball there for a second. It's in the box for the goalkeeper. Actually, do apologise. I think it is Luke Ospey. I think he must have come off at half-time. I think it might be their substitute goalkeeper, Elijah Walters, that just made that same. Yet to make a first-team debut at the age of 16. Don't have a number 50 on my team sheet, so I am purely guessing there. But Playford come forward. Through Babasaki again. Will be a corner. Ball comes inside for the Reds. And they will get another corner from it. Will be in swinging off the left boot. Will actually go short instead. Goodwin now to swing a ball in. Touchdown. Is he able to keep it? He's forced wide. Now, again, this time with Alagic, puts in a ball over the top. Pikianis. It's another good save from the keeper, but the offside flag goes up anyway. They'll play it out from the back, Playford. Breens. Duzel. Halfway through this 30-minute second half. Muniz with the early goal in the second period. Johnny All with the goal in the first half, which got us started. At the moment, a far cry of that 7-1 result of last year when these two sides met in the preseason friendly. But the Reds do come again. Offside flag goes up, though. Prevents any more attack. The goalkeeper will have the free kick to take from the offside, but will be halted due to a change being made for Adelaide United. Harry Crawford coming on.
The speedster.
Looks like he'll be on it right back. Of course, scored against Auckland in the final series. Had a great few weeks towards the end of the A-League season. I think he, can't remember if he either scored in the NPL the week before with a great free kick, or was the week after, and in between was that the two A-League games in which he played against Auckland as well.
Yeah, no, he was great towards that little end of the season for us.
The City game as well, of course, is the one I'm forgetting.
Yes.
Was a really good performance as well.
Could have scored then as well.
Yeah.
Missed a decent turn. So, young lad coming through. Absolutely rapid. We still punch on every day. Who's faster? I said, you're faster now. It's good to see Harry get some minutes, and he really plays this right back position really well.
And probably when you look at Jay Barnett, who has been playing at right back, a different sort of right back to you, but Harry Crawford maybe a bit more similar to your type of right back play when you're there.
Yeah, 100%. Jay's more of he's a midfielder first and foremost, but Jay's a very standard fullback, no messing around with him. But he also does get forward a bit, where Harry's a bit more adventurous like me. He's got those attributes where he's really fast. He's got a great eye for runs, because in that position it's very important to make certain runs.
Here's a run through here for Caleb Goss, puts in a ball. Will fly back out, trying to be touched down this time by James Owen. They've got quite a few of their reserves and under-18s players on now to Playford, so perhaps maybe you could see the score start to go a bit wayward, but for the moment holding their own. The Adelaide United side still very strong, and still what you'd call probably one of their A-League starting 11s. You wouldn't be too shocked if this was a starting 11 put out at the start of the season, currently on the pitch.
No, definitely not. If I saw this line up against any A-League team, I would be pretty happy. All A-League experience here on the field right now.
Season not too far away, of course. Fixtures announced a week or so ago. First match for Adelaide at home against the Brisbane Roar. Bit of a grudge match maybe from last season.
Yeah, we're not the biggest fans, but that'll be a great first round against Brisbane Roar.
Playford just making some more changes to their personnel. Final 12 minutes, 2-0 Adelaide United. As we see it on the scoreboard, Juan Muniz on the ball there, one of those goal scorers, now with Ryan Kiddo, scored last week against the Cove down south. And they come again here to Adelaide United, find their way into the box. Just twisting and turning and unable to find the right sort of angle to cut through. Now back out wide, but the offside flag goes up again. Seen a bit more often so far this half than the first half, that flag go up.
Yeah, I wonder if they got VAR here.
If so, I think we're taking over their facilities where they normally have it.
Yeah, I think we're the VAR.
Yeah.
We just go off by eye. That looked offside to me, so that's the decision.
Here's Jackson Kurtz. Not started a senior league game yet for Playford, has played 10. Has over 150 senior matches for Playford. As they just, again, trying to push an attack forward. Back with Joshua Smits now. Aligic. Now Vreens. Vreens again. Back to his countryman in Josh Smits.
You can just see Craig Goodwin and Brissett have changed sides now. Goody on the right wing.
Ball from United from the back, just trying to sieve through their own midfield.
Wow.
And launch forward. And the legs here as the ball comes in across the face of goal. Flying past everyone.
There from Jacob Brissett. That's what the Adelaide fans should get excited about. Great forward run from him. Great ding from Juan. And just absolutely put the burners on there against someone that didn't look too slow himself. So impressive there from Jacob Brissett.
Yeah, good signs so far from the former Brisbane Roar winger and Jacob Brissett. Ball now falling with Ryan White in the midfield. Less than 10 minutes left of this second half, this 30-minute period in which we're playing in this pre-season friendly. Ball dinked in, headed out by Playford and cleared. United back in possession. Muniz looking for the cutback towards Ryan White, but cut out out for the throw. Important preparation ahead of that game against South Melbourne in 10 days from now over at Lakeside Stadium in the Australia Cup round of 32. I think it's the last match to be played in the round of 32 before they do the draw of the round of 16.
Yes.
Kiddo trying to put through Brissett. Slips initially, gets back to his feet. Edge of the box. Alagic thought about shaping up to hit it. Touchdown by Giselle after it was cleared.
So silky on the ball, Luke Giselle. Always been a big fan of him. He's just controlled the midfield tonight, to be honest. Just picking up the ball in all different areas and exactly like that, spraying balls nice and wide.
Here they come again here through Crawford, taken right towards the byline, but will be out. He himself with 5 goals in 8 matches in this current NPL season. Harry Crawford is their equal top goal scorer alongside Joe Garuccio, not featuring tonight. As it looks like Bart Vreens is coming off. Will be a free kick. It will be Mitch Knight, who's come on, only made his NPL debut against Croydon in round 16, his senior NPL debut. Now gets a taste of playing with the first team. Does the 17-year-old Mitch Knight. On for Bart Vreens, no less as well. And it is good for these players in the youth side to get this experience. Of course, regular opponents of the likes of Playford, but just getting the experience of playing alongside such veterans in Australian football, such as a few of these players for Adelaide United tonight.
No, it's really good for them, especially this Mitch Knight. I'm sure he'd be a little bit nervous out there, but the boys will look after him, and it's just great experience for him to see what it feels like to play with some of these players like Goody, Juan, Alagic. So I'm happy for him.
He's probably the player with the shortest turnaround on the pitch. Came off the bench in the 81st minute yesterday against FK Beograd. So 2 matches of football in just less than 24 hours for Mitch Knight. Limited minutes between both, however. A few sliding challenges coming in the midfield. No one really taking a clean claim to it. Cohen Cameron trying to launch it forward for Playford, but again, it's all the way back to Josh Smits. Final 5 minutes of the second half. A 2-0 scoreline. But good preparation and plenty to get out of this for both sides, really. Playford just showing to themselves, and even I'm sure some other NPL clubs will see this result, see that it was, at least for now, only 2-0. And for Adelaide United, it's a good competitive fixture. There's a first-time hit that's just gone wide as the ball flew in from the cross. The connection maybe just not too clean enough. I think it was Juan Muniz again.
Yeah, beautiful cross from Jacob Rosette. And I expected Juan to put that away, to be honest. Especially on that neat and tidy left foot that he has.
Bounce out for a throw. Very exciting time to be a part of Adelaide United with all the various competitions and matches coming up before the league season even starts. Out on the wide left, Muniz had the ball initially, but it was taken off of him. Touch out wide by James Owen. Game perhaps now just slowing down, although not with the pace, just got caught in between two there. I think cut off by his own player was Brissett after he was trying to make a run onto the ball on the left wing. Goodwin was trying to switch it back out wide, but too much on the ball. And once again, a very cool night here in the north of Adelaide as Playford start to empty out their bench. Again, far too many substitutions to really take track of in a game like this, so we'll call them as we see them.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rotations tonight. A little bit hard to keep track of. Especially with the interchange. I think Goody come off, then he came back on.
Giselle. Kiddo. United maybe just giving the fans one more for the road as they try and put a ball in. Playford, I'm sure, would love to get one of their own for their home support. They did so last year, even though they conceded 7. It's probably a better result compared to that one last year so far.
No, 100% agree with that. I've been really impressed with Playford, especially in the way they defend. Very solid, very well structured. So that's why it's probably been only 2-0 tonight.
Absolutely. This weekend in the league, they've got Para Hills Knights, who unfortunately, with 4 rounds to go, already relegated. And of course, when they played them earlier in the season, beat them 8-1, as they did last year in the same fixture here at Ramsey Park, 2 years in a row, that same scoreline against Para Hills. So a very winnable fixture for Playford. Very much expected to win that. Brissett takes it quick in towards the edge of the box. Muniz just teetering with ideas as to what to do next. Muniz again to Ryan White. Back in midfield with Juan Muniz. Switches it out to the left wing. Doesn't reach the full distance towards a player though, does that ball. And they just try to launch it upfield there. But ends up, I think it might have gone out before it was able to be kicked forward. Less than 60 seconds left of regular time in this pre-season friendly. Giselle. Throw in on the far side for Adelaide United. Goes high over the fence. Game perhaps just winding down. Good minutes in the legs for the A-League side. And confidence, even though currently in a losing scoreline, for the NPL side is, might look from distance here, Dan Ryan. Just seeing if he could get one back before our referee calls for full time here. 2-0 winners, Adelaide United against the NPLSA's Playford City. Johnny Yull and Juan Muniz, the 2 goal scorers to find us at this scoreline. But Dylan, a thoroughly entertaining match between these two.
No, it was a great match tonight. I really enjoyed watching both sides. United had some great chances. Playford defended really, really well. So overall, a great match, great for the community, and the fans would have enjoyed that one.
No, absolutely. It's been good fun here. Have you enjoyed yourself, Dylan, for your first time as well?
Yeah, first time commentating. Yeah, I have really enjoyed it. It's a lot harder than what people think. Lucky I was just co-hosting along and I was just going off you, the professionals. So
don't call me a professional whatsoever.
I hope I didn't butcher it too much. But, there's probably a few people on the stream thinking, get this guy off right now. But no, I really enjoyed myself tonight.
No, we've enjoyed having you alongside us here. And thank you all for listening at home. If you've been listening at the ground, it's been great to have your company. Of course, don't forget to follow our socials and subscribe to our channel. The podcast back on Wednesday night, as per usual, with myself, Mark, and Alessio. David still away in Fiji, but he'll be back soon enough, I'm sure. So make sure to tune into that one. Of course, plenty more league football in the NPLSA coming this upcoming weekend across the men's and women's divisions. And of course, do not forget Adelaide United's upcoming fixtures away against South Melbourne on Thursday, the 30th of July at 7 p.m. And then that ACL Elite playoff against Kong An Hanoi on Tuesday, the 11th of August, also at 7 p.m. Do make sure to get your tickets and turn up in numbers on that Tuesday night for a big clash and the possibility for Asian football, regardless of a loss or a draw. Just which league they end up in is the question that night. I've been Seb O'Neill. Great to have you, Dylan Parias. Once again, thank you for joining us. It's very much a pleasure.
No, thank you very much. I've enjoyed it. Thanks, mate.
Absolutely. Full-time score here at Ramsey Park in Edinburgh North. It's Playford City 0, Adelaide United 2.
Live from Ramsey Park, this is One Game at a Time, live audio commentary of the 2026 pre-season friendly between Playford City and Adelaide United.
Yeah.